Hey everybody, in recent weeks, we've been hearing a lot about changes that are coming to the naturalization process, the process of applying for citizenship. Some changes have already taken place, and we've been hearing about them over the last several weeks, and some are set to take place in the future. We've received another update regarding a change made to the naturalization exam. And in today's video, I want to go through this update. It was posted on September 17th to the USCIS website. So we'll go through this announcement. I'll share some thoughts on it. We'll go over some specifics. And again, hopefully you'll get a lot of very valuable information from this. Hey everybody, in today's video, I want to go through this announcement. I'll read through it and I'll share some thoughts with you. I think you're going to get a lot of value here, so make sure to stick around. On September 17th, 2025, USCIS posted a notice titled, USCIS unveils changes to naturalization test in multi-step overhaul of American citizenship standards on its website. Today, U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services posted a Federal Register notice announcing implementation of the 2025 Naturalization Civics Test. The 2025 test assesses an alien's understanding of U.S. history and government in line with the statutory requirement and is one of many steps in an ongoing effort to restore integrity to the naturalization process and meet congressional intent. Naturalization is a privilege that allows aliens to become fully vested members of American society, with important rights and responsibilities that all citizens should exercise and respect. It goes on to say, American citizenship is the most sacred citizenship in the world and should only be reserved for aliens who will fully embrace our values and principles as a nation, by ensuring only those aliens who meet all eligibility requirements, including the ability to read, write, and speak English, and understand U.S. government and civics, are able to naturalize. The American people can be assured that those joining us as fellow citizens are fully assimilated and will contribute to America's greatness. These critical changes are the first of many, said USCIS spokesperson Matthew Tragesser. USCIS has already announced several changes, including restoring robust vetting for all aliens and stricter reviews of disability exceptions to the English and civics requirements. USCIS has also provided officers guidance on assessing aliens' good moral character, looking for positive contributions to American society instead of a mere absence of bad behavior. The agency is also resuming neighborhood investigations to ensure that aliens meet statutory requirements and are worthy of U.S. citizenship. Other recent policies include clarifying that unlawfully voting, unlawfully registering to vote, and making false claims to U.S. citizenship disqualify aliens from showing good moral character. In the coming weeks and months, USCIS will announce other initiatives to further enhance the integrity of the naturalization process. And it goes on, but we'll conclude it there. So thanks for bearing with me as we read through that update. The first thing that I want to share with you is one of the specific changes that's being made to the naturalization exam. First of all, under the current version of the test, the total test bank consists of 100 questions, meaning that any of the questions that you could potentially be asked on the civics exam, it's a total bank of questions of 100 questions. And during the exam, under the current version, the immigration officer that's conducting your naturalization interview will ask you up to 10 questions, of which you must get at least 6 questions correct. That's how things are currently done. Now, under this new changed version of the naturalization exam, which is actually reverting back to the 2020 format that was implemented in President Trump's first term, the total bank of questions from which you could potentially be asked questions is increasing from 100 questions to 128 questions. In addition, rather than being asked up to 10 questions, of which you only need to get 6 correct, you will be asked up to 20 questions, of which you need to answer at least 12 correctly. So that's the major update to this change that is being announced to the civics exam. Now, separate from that, as you can see from this guide, it's mentioned that this is the first of many changes that we can expect. And as you can see again from the update that we read, USCIS is striving to enhance the citizenship, the naturalization process. So as you can see from the update itself, it is saying that this is the first of many changes that we can expect. As of now, we're hearing rumblings that future changes could include an essay question that's added to the naturalization process. We've also heard of rumblings that there may be changes to the way that the English language test is administered during the naturalization interview. So currently, there is an English language test where, first and foremost, you are communicating and answering basic questions about your naturalization application with the USCIS officer that's conducting the naturalization interview. You're also asked to read and write a sentence in English. That's the way the English test is currently administered. So those are just some rumblings that we're hearing about potential upcoming changes that may be made to the naturalization process. Now, also keep in mind that these changes that were announced today and potential upcoming changes are in addition to several changes that have already been announced. USCIS has already announced several changes, including restoring robust vetting for all aliens and stricter reviews of disability exceptions to the English and civics requirements. USCIS has also provided officers guidance on assessing aliens' good moral character, looking for positive contributions to American society instead of a mere absence of bad behavior. The agency is also resuming neighborhood investigations to ensure that aliens meet statutory requirements and are worthy of U.S. citizenship. So that's a very big deal in and of itself, restoring neighborhood investigations for naturalization applicants, meaning that they could potentially interview neighbors to better assess their naturalization application as a whole. So if you're somebody that's planning on applying to naturalize, what all of this means for you is that it's pretty clear that the process of becoming a U.S. citizen through the naturalization application process is becoming more stringent. It's becoming harder, for lack of a better word. And so that's something that you should be aware of. We're going to be closely monitoring for more updates as they become available. And this is something that you should certainly be aware of. So thank you so much for tuning into this video. Hope you got a lot of valuable information here. Be sure to hit the subscribe button so that you can be in the loop with all the videos that we're posting. Again, thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next video.